to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, concealed carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the war room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Echols.
And we are back once again. It is, what is it? Saturday afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Saturday afternoon, and we are tucked away in the war room somewhere in the high desert of southern Idaho. Joining me today is Mr. Tarver. You awake over there?
Yeah, a little bit.
Barely, huh?
Yeah, kind of.
What have you done, sir, that has been Second Amendment related? Anything?
Holding the country together, man. Holding the country together. Front lines.
Front lines, essential worker. You don't, yeah. Making all that money, buying all the ammo. You're the reason for the ammo shortage.
I wasn't doing that.
No shot, no guns, bought nothing, huh?
No, I was actually coming to shoot today, and I'm like, cool.
Did you bring a gun?
It's a storm outside right now.
Is it raining still?
Yeah, wind blowing like crazy.
I had a group show up today.
I can't bring my Canic in the rain.
Sure you can.
It's my baby.
You just have to clean it. We can come back in here and you can show me how to clean a firearm. Oh, I've had a lot of
shoot from under. Maybe I could shoot from inside the building.
Could you hit it? Could you hit the steel?
If I move it close enough.
That steel is getting a big workout out there. I've shot at it a little bit, but I tell you, everyone that shows up here, they gotta shoot the steel, man. You were right. When I called you and said, hey, look, I think I'm gonna buy this. What do you think? And you're like, well, everyone likes to shoot the steel.
Yeah.
You weren't a kidding, man. Everybody shoots this. So we have to line up different when we shoot the dueling tree.
Right.
And there's just huge piles of brass right there. Just huge piles of brass. Everybody loves it.
So you had a class recently with it.
Well, yeah, but today actually I'm trying something new out. I rented the range out today.
Okay.
There's
You was telling me about that.
So I'm going to officially possibly do this. I got an appointment with my attorney in a couple weeks. I'm going to go in and chat with him on liability concerns.
Right.
But I'm renting it out. I think I had 7 people today. It was kind of like a birthday party. They didn't have cake or anything. They just wanted a place to come shoot, right?
Right.
And so they came and they all signed waivers that I had, the old ones. I don't have the new ones yet. And I just thought, well, I'll just try this out. Told them all the rules, made them repeat all the safety rules, told them the rules of my range, and just said, there you go. Eyes and ears when you're out there. Everyone be safe. Now, I'm going to be there, and I'm just kind of the silent guy in the background,
Yeah, you don't want to hear from me.
Yeah, they
if you're hearing from me, you're messing up.
And sometimes I said, hey, look, I'm there if you need something. I'm there to answer any questions or help you with whatever. I'm not going to jump and volunteer. This is your time to shoot and have fun.
Yeah,
you don't need a teacher there. And so I just kind of hung back and kind of watched what guns they were shooting and just kind of hung back and watched them shoot. And
what'd they have?
Just basic stuff. I mean, it wasn't anything super fancy. I mean, you had some Glocks, you had a Taurus, you had some guy he brought out his 44 mag. That was kind of fun to watch.
Okay.
It's just basic stuff. But they had a great time and they were here for like an hour and a half. And just shot that, and I let them shoot my steel for a bit, and then they picked up all their brass. They did everything, man. They're great.
Wow.
Yeah,
picking up brass.
Yeah, that range looked nicer when they left and when they arrived. I was super impressed. So, I mean, I just kind of hung out there. I did answer some questions when they had it, and I asked the guy too. I kind of know him, and I said, "Hey, look." And when they were all, I said, I don't want to come across like creepy or anything. I mean, did it bother you? He goes, we didn't even know you were there. I'm just there to make sure everyone keeps it below the dirt and stays safe. But
just for liability reasons, I have to be here.
Yeah, I walked back and forth behind them, kind of watching them for a while. When I figured they were doing okay, I came up on top and just kind of leaned against the fence and was just in yelling distance.
Yeah.
But it worked out pretty good. So I don't know, trying to figure out some residual type income maybe. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that would be cool. Nice place to come out and now see what you got to do next.
Yes.
Outdoor barbecue pit. Make a whole day out of it.
I could do that. That would be big, like work events. There we go. Right?
Like a little Disneyland going on here for guns.
Sweet. I'm
just can't have the open bar. That's the only problem.
Yeah, no. In fact, that was one of the rules because I knew they're coming to a birthday party.
Right.
And one of the rules was no drinking before or during. I don't freaking care what you do afterwards.
Afterwards, you can go drink a bottle, a gallon.
Doesn't matter to me.
Don't even touch a beer when you're up here.
That's right. But no, it was good. I mean, I think it worked out well, and I know what I charged them, and I'm not going to say, but because I don't know if that's what I'm going to stick with. I
might start charging ammo.
Yeah, I might. I tell you what, the ammo situation. What do you think about that?
It's a little spooky. 2 million new first-time gun owners.
I know, that's insane.
Ooh, that was loud.
No, you're good.
2 million. Everybody's buying guns. You know what's funny is I watched this one several places. There was one this pawn shop, and these people were, they was keeping a little distance from each other. This social distance and nonsense. It's communism. But it was all outside of a gun store. They were lined up down the road.
Oh, yeah.
Waiting their turn. I'm like, oh, man, you don't even know what's going to be left by the time you get in there.
No, there probably was nothing to begin with.
I don't know. You coming out with something.
There's stores, there's some places back east, that have you seen the articles? They're like, we don't have anything. We're closed until we get stuff in. They got absolutely nothing. There's nothing in there. There's not even a rock to throw at someone.
Go online. I went and talked to Reds, and I said, hey, how's the sales? I said, it must be going crazy. Yeah, it's not too much different. And I'm like, wow, go online, people. You can order these online. You just got to have a federal firearms dealer accept it and do the paperwork for you.
So those are firearms. I still heard that, like you said, some places maybe don't have them here, but, they're getting them in here or there. But, like, go online, yeah. But ammo.
Right.
The gun does you no good if you got no ammo. What are you going to load it with? Tears? I mean.
I don't know. Maybe it's just for bluffing.
But
somebody was telling me, you should have bought more ammo. I'm like, you reach a point where it's like, I'm kind of okay. I'm not going to buy no now. I wish I'd have bought some more ammo.
See, well,
I'm like, I'm more. Come on, man. If I run out of ammo, come on, man. That's bad.
Yeah. Well,
besides, I know other hoarders that I can.
Hey, no.
I can go trade with.
Oh, what trade? Trade what? Desert Eagle rounds? Give me your ammo.
There's always stuff people are running short of, like baby wipes.
Damn it. I owe you some ammo, don't I? Take that 100 rounds right there.
Oh, don't say that. I'll take it. I was joking.
Don't ever take my reloads.
But there's always something that somebody didn't think of. And I know a lot of hoarders, and it's like, hey, let's swap some stuff out.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, it's good to, like, network and know people.
Like, hey, you got a lot of ammo. I got like 30 canisters of coffee over here.
I'll come take that. I'll come take that coffee.
Well, not as long as I have ammo.
That's right. We talked about it the last couple of shows though, but I fired up. I'm really kind of enjoying the reloading thing again.
I see that. I see all the reload out here.
And this is the type of weather. Like today, it's windy, and I mean, we went from like 90 degrees to like a high of like 52.
Yeah, it's nice.
It is nice, but
I heard somebody crying. It's gonna freeze. Kill my tomatoes.
Cover them.
Yeah, bring them inside, man.
But you dig them up out of the ground.
Yeah. Well, you said they're like 8 inches high. I'm like, put a shovel to it, man.
Wrap them in saran wrap.
Well, he's talking about 2 plants. All right.
Oh shit.
You can bring 2 plants in.
Put a milk jug over the top of them. No.
Well, he was hostile. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, this is a perfect weather to come in and do this.
Right.
And so I come out here. I usually come out in the morning if I'm not running, or I come out and I eat lunch here, regardless, no matter what. So I eat my lunch and I do partial reloading of some bullets, But what I've been doing is I've been trying to, I like to go run. So I like to, exercise and do that kind of stuff. I kind of have a routine that I tried to get into. Part of my routine is.
Don't tell your routine.
Don't tell.
No.
Why not? That's when they take you out.
It's tactical information. You can't get.
Okay, well, it's not where I'm going necessarily, but I'm trying to go out and shoot every day.
Right.
every day. Even 50 rounds. And so I've been going out and doing some drills and stuff, and I shoot quite a bit anyway, but I'm trying to do it every single day. And so now what I do, I just load 50 rounds, I go shoot 50 rounds, come back in, load 50 rounds, go back out and shoot 50 rounds the next day. It's great. I'm not touching any of my ammo supplies, my ammo stock, my factory ammo. I'm just shooting my reloads, man.
That's nice.
It is nice.
I don't reload. How many rounds can you get out of that brass? How many times can you fire that stuff off?
It's just 9 mil, so I'm not loading it hot. So I don't even have an exact number for you. I can get quite a few. Now I have
ballpark. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
What is quite a few to you? I don't know what that means.
I'm going to throw a number out here, and like if Dean was here, he'd probably shake his head and like.
I don't know, so you can say anything.
Yeah, but the listeners know that I don't know, and they may know. So no, I don't even. We'll just leave it at this. I don't even care because I just pick it up and reload it again. Does that make sense?
Okay.
I just pick it up and I reload it again. It's, I think in my whole time reloading, I may have found 3 or 4 cases that are split, that are cracked. That means they're getting on the top. That means they get thin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you throw those out. You just kind of look at them, and if you see it, you just toss it behind you. You pick them up, look at it, and toss it. So I bet you can get 7, 8, 9. I don't know. I'm going to get some nasty email now. We don't get hardly any communication. We will on that.
Well, I talked to one guy, and he runs hot, and he's like 2 or 3, but he's packing powder down in
those are powder puff loads.
Okay.
So I don't have a shortage. I do not have a shortage of brass at all. I got more brass. Look, see that bucket, in between those, underneath there, 4 tubs right there. I got brass, dude. Brass is not a problem.
All right.
Trust me, brass is not an issue.
I was just curious. I was just wondering.
But I'm in 50 rounds and reload, and I can save my factory stuff. And in fact, I'm not going to give my sources up, but I did find and purchase some more ammo. Slip of the thumb got me more than I wanted, but
you purchased it or you ordered it?
I ordered it. It'll be here. It's ordered. It'll show up.
Okay.
I have faith, man.
All right.
But my big fear though is that I'm not going to have ammo, or people aren't going to be able to find ammo for classes.
Yeah.
And if they can't, if they
just
don't
make them say bang.
Yeah, bang. I'll kick him in the knee or something, make him jerk a little. But we're going to be using cap guns and airsoft and stuff. But so, I want to make sure I have some in stock. So if someone needs to purchase some, not just to take home with them, but to purchase enough for class,
right?
That's what I'm going to do. And what I've been doing is, normally I'll tell someone, and they're like, I'm going to come over for this class. So we're not the permit. The permit classes are set as far as how many rounds they have to shoot. But they're like, okay, I'm going to do a draw and shoot class. How many rounds do I need? I said, well, I'd like you to bring this many. But at this point, bring what you can. Does that make sense?
Right.
I'm not going to make you struggle all over town trying to find 100 rounds or 200 rounds. You bring what you can, and we'll work with it, and we'll make every round count. And then, if you look at it and go, I'm kind of getting low on my ammo, we're done. It's your class.
Right.
Because I don't want to scare people off because they don't have ammo. Because that's a real fear right now.
Yeah, well,
I've gone through it once before with my classes, and people were struggling finding ammo.
If you don't have ammo, they can have all the good intentions they want. They're not going to make it.
Yeah. So
now, how long do you think this is going to drag out? Well, we don't know how long this is going to go on because it's one chaos event after the next chaos event.
Well, yeah.
So it's just compounding it, and it's going to keep getting worse.
We had the COVID, which kind of drained the back stocks.
Right.
And I think as we're coming, I won't even say that's over necessarily. We'd like to be over, but they wanted to keep it alive.
They're trying to revive it.
But it was we kind of had a lull there, right?
Right.
And then you were starting to see stuff kind of come back in. Even I talked to some gun store owners that I have. You started to see some stuff come back in, and then bam, that all of a sudden stopped because of these riots and everything. And now everything's going like crazy again.
Oh man! Now whatever's there. It's a bidding war for it, huh?
Yep, and then we're coming into the election.
Well, you're going to keep the chaos going.
It's going to keep going, and you come through the election, and
either we're not going to survive it as a country, or
And who knows what's
it's
going
just going to keep on going.
And who knows what's going to happen during the election? So Trump could get in, and if there's no chaos after that for a little while, it may level off. But they're really making Trump look bad. They're trying to, and if he doesn't get in, we ain't getting nothing for quite a while. I mean, don't you agree?
We're at the edge of not being a country anymore. I mean,
right.
it's mad chaos and we didn't want to drift off over here, but when Bill Gates and George Soros puts out statements,
yeah,
it's getting
So if you haven't got any ammo,
to the pinnacle time.
I'm sorry, but you need to probably find some.
Right.
I mean, wouldn't you say?
Man, yeah, go all out, find it, buy it, spend some money. While hey, the dollars, people are still taking this funny paper money for some reason. Use it while it's still useful, and get you some.
I haven't gone online and looked, but I mean, I see a lot of people bringing really cheap Russian steel-cased stuff to classes.
That's good.
And it's because they found it. It's cheap. They probably ordered a ton of it, I would imagine. But I mean, it runs. The guns go bang with it.
That's all you need. You can't do no reloading or anything on it. But hey,
No.
It's cheap. Just stack it up.
Yeah.
I know a couple people that do reloading, and I know. I mean, they got a powder. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got my fair share of components.
Okay.
But in fact, my son came out here earlier today. He goes, "Dad, I should help you reload." And I said, "You know what? You really should. Let's crank this shit out. Let's make it happen, son."
Yeah, have buckets instead of brass, buckets of bullets.
We're gonna go and we're gonna get more lead and stuff, and yeah. Anyhow, that's what I'm doing next week.
Okay.
So I got a listener. Let me look here. Let me pull this up. That's right. You're gonna have to chat for a minute, probably.
Okay, I didn't know it'd take you that long.
Well, I lost.
You got a listener comment, huh? Yeah, they said they're fatigued on the other podcast. We're gonna leave that alone for a little while.
Yeah. So
I understand. You get it nonstop through your social media, through your news, through everything else, and you don't want to hear it anymore. And people are like, yeah.
I think that people, they like it, but we did just a straight up, no BS, there was lots of BS in there, but we did the reloading podcast and we didn't touch on anything government or politics. Right. And I did get a few comments. People say, we like everything else you do, but that sounded really good to get back to that. Give them a little
normalcy.
Just to kind of make them forget about stuff. So from now on, for a little while, we were combining the two podcasts, and I think now we're going to keep them separate. I think we're going to lay off the political conspiracy one this week and just do the gun thing. I think that's... You dancing over there?
No, I'm agreeing.
To the beat in your head?
No, I'm just here.
I'm giving you a hard time. So every now and then I have a listener. Listeners get a hold of me, new listeners.
Right.
It was last week on Wednesday. I got a text from, his name is, I won't give his last name because I don't know if he wants his last name out there, but he'll know who I'm talking about. I got from a listener in Wisconsin. His name is Ben.
Okay.
He said a friend of his showed him our podcast, and he about a month ago said he started at the oldest episode that we had on Spotify. That's a few years ago, and says that he's currently on the episode from November 2019. Right when we got our new soundboard that we don't really use that much anymore, which we need to start using again. But anyhow, chatted with him for a while, and he relayed a story to me.
Okay.
So I'm going to read this story. He thought maybe it might be a good podcast topic.
Okay.
It says, I had a fairly interesting story. Someone from work told me about guns. About a guy who had guns. We called him Cowboy.
Oh, no.
He truly thought he was a cowboy. He had the hat, the boots, the jeans, and the button-up dress shirt, even in the summer. Said he was and I don't understand. Oh, okay, here it is. He says he was a felon, so he was unable to own a firearm at the time. But he told me the story of before he became a felon. He would carry 2 revolvers in holsters, open carried on his hip, just like the cowboys in the movies. There you go. Says, he says, do you know when in the cowboy movies, when they do a standoff, the clock strikes noon and they both draw, people would see him. They would make fun of him. They would pretend to draw their guns. And then
Now, where was this at?
I don't. He's from Wisconsin.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Now I gotta find my spot again.
All right.
Let's see. And the clock strikes noon, and they both draw. People would see him. They would make fun of him, and they pretend to draw their guns. Finger guns.
Right.
So he didn't think that was very funny. So he'd go ahead and draw his real loaded guns and point at them. Said this was before. He goes, this was before I was really into guns. I knew the basic rules. So I asked him if the guns were empty. We needed that. He told me they were loaded. So he goes, I asked him, weren't you scared you were accidentally going to shoot them? He said, nah, I kept my finger off the trigger.
It's very courteous of you.
So
What a gentleman.
That sounds like a Voda.
Okay.
Like a cowboy Voda almost.
Yeah, somebody's watched too much TV.
Oh my gosh. And we wonder why he's a felon.
Probably shot somebody.
He probably shot someone. What would you think if, what if you walked in and I did, you did finger guns at me and I drew my 2 guns and pointed them at
I'd
you?
walk back out if I didn't have a firearm. You crazy. I was staying around you.
Honestly, that could be considered, almost brandishing to a certain extent.
Yeah, I would think so.
I don't understand what goes through people's heads, why they think that is okay.
People hadn't reached a point of realism. They don't know who they are yet.
Well, they think they're
trying to
cowboy John Wayne.
They're trying to pretend to be somebody or have this image in their head that they're trying to live up to.
This ain't the Wild West.
Yeah, and it's like you need to find out who you are and be yourself and get real. So there's so many people that are fake.
Oh yeah,
the vast majority of people are fake, and they're playing roles. And not everybody's all fake, but a lot of people have some fakeness. And some are all the way gone, like cowboy.
So we got the cowboy, and so we'd have Voda, which thinks he's he thinks he's law enforcement.
Oh, he's crazy. He thinks he's better than that.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know what he thinks he is. He's crazy.
I don't know. I see, in my classes, and I correct people, but I see a lot of people that just don't have any. I want to say it's because they're new, but you know what? There's a lot of people that aren't new that they point guns at each other. And no, they're not like, pointing the gun like they're going to shoot someone.
Right.
But man, they swing those suckers all over the place. I
can't imagine that.
But we're talking way worse than what you're referring to. And I just don't I can't get it. Do you want to go down that road at all?
I don't care.
It's okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't. That's the biggest thing, man. And people come up. I feel like Mark, only I don't sell guns. Does that make sense?
Right.
Mark has guns pointed at him every single day.
Well, he needs to watch how he acts with people. What are
Quit
you doing to these people?
Yeah, you sell me the high point, and you sell it now. I did go into the store the other day, and all the high points are gone.
Wow.
Sold them out, man.
That's incredible.
I know.
Do they still have ammo?
They, your basic, like 9mm, they just laugh at you.
Yeah.
Well, they'll get it at like 2 boxes at a time.
Yeah, I don't see any 1,000-round boxes sitting around anymore.
No. Give me another week, and we'll have some here. And I crank it out with my reloader.
I don't even know how many I got left of that. A couple thousand.
Do you need my top secret info so you can order some?
I might need to.
Okay. Don't be getting in and bumping my damn order. If you get yours before me, I'm going to be freaking... I'm going to march over to your house and take it and say, when I get mine, I'll give you yours.
I'll call him and say, look, I'll pay double.
Oh.
Send it in.
Probably. You know, you wait another month or so, that might be the cheap price. It's
You're
double.
probably going to be paying double anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I
don't know. You never know how these things are going to play out, but I don't see the chaos letting up. It's going to keep going.
Yeah, I remember.
And it's going to, if it's not this thing, it's going to be another thing. It's going to keep going.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the way they're going now, it's always something. I remember when Obama got in for a second term.
Oh, man.
I didn't know. Did I know you then?
I'm sure you did.
Maybe I did. But I don't think we worked together, but I don't think we knew, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not like we are now. I remember I'm sitting there I was waiting for them to call it. It was like 1:00 in the morning or some crap like that. And I'm sitting there and I've got all the online, not all, but a bunch of the online like ammo buying places pulled up on my computer.
Right.
And you know what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah, you told me.
And it's insane. And as soon as they announced Obama will be your next, I'm like,
add to cart.
I wasn't even fast enough.
Right.
Stuff that had been there 15 minutes ago, which is click, just, I mean, you're just seeing out of stock. I'm like, holy crap. I mean, I was on like Midway and like cheaper than dirt buying some of that really, stuff I've never heard of before.
Stuff you don't really want.
Stuff I don't really want. I'm like ordering the golden silver bear. You know what I'm talking about? Silver bear ammo.
I got a case of that silver bear. That's great.
It's dirty, but it shoots, man.
Yeah. I got it in, I don't even remember what I got. I got a few different calibers.
Yeah.
So
it works.
I actually bought a Glock during Obama.
Really?
Because
you couldn't find anything else.
Everything was gone, and they had.
That's when you got your 17, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The one that you've never shot.
I put a few rounds through it.
Did you?
Like 10.
Did you bring it out here and shoot?
I brought it out here to let people shoot it, and they didn't want to shoot it. They're like, no, filthy Glock. I'm not putting my hands on it.
Yeah, that's exactly what they say. You're like, no, canic this, canic that. I got two. You can put one in each hand.
I didn't have to. Did you see them shoot it?
I know.
That was nice.
I know. They liked it. They enjoyed it.
Now, I went in the gun store, and the panic buying was going. I almost sold a couple of ARs. I'm like, man, they are way up there. But I'm like, but what if I need them? I got to keep them. So I kept the extras. But yeah, there was nothing in the gun store. And the only reason these were left is because they were law enforcement only.
Yeah.
Nobody else could buy them. Because, they have a special thing where it's like some taxes taken off or something.
Right.
And it's made for law enforcement only. So I could buy it and they can't.
Yeah.
So I bought it. I'm like, I didn't even want it. And I'm like, well. It's a Glock.
That's how I ended up with my Taurus revolver.
Okay.
I went into sports and it was like the only thing on the wall, and I wanted to buy a gun so bad, and I was like, give me that one. They handed it to me, put it in a box. I filled out the paperwork, and I'm like, what is it? What did I just buy?
I did the same thing. I'm like, I wish I hadn't bought that, but I got it.
Yeah, now the revolver's broken. It's been broke for like 3 years. I need to get the little pieces and fix it.
What caliber is it?
357.
Okay.
So
can't you just send it back to Taurus and they'll fix it for you?
Dean one day.
Y'all took it apart?
No, Dean's good at that stuff. He took it apart and made the trigger better for me at one point when it was still functional. He actually found out what I needed, the parts I needed. He called them. He got me schematics sent over, like parts diagrams, and circled exactly what
I'm not doing all that. I'm putting it in the box and sending it to
Well, no, and he figured it all out, though. And he's like, just call and order these parts. It'd probably be a couple bucks if they even charge you for them. This is what you need. This is what you know what to tell them, And he's like, do it, and I'll help you put it back together again. That was like 2.5 years ago.
And just hadn't.
The paperwork's still in the drawer.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send it to them and say, "Hey, y'all sold me some bad crap, man."
Shit fell apart. This shit fell apart. Well, on this, the freaking cylinder fell out.
Wow, that's crazy.
It just fell out. I'm like,
not supposed to do that.
There should be a little screw somewhere. And I'm like looking around on the floor of the range. I can't find it. And I'm just like, whatever. I got a welder. Maybe I'll just spot weld it.
Just load it one time. Yeah, to the junk drawer you go.
That's kind of where it's been ever since. It's
a paperweight.
It was out here for months, a year maybe.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that out here.
So, oh man, making a mess everywhere. That's my toy. I kind of need like fidget spinners and stuff. I need to touch stuff all the time. So anything else? Have you heard anything else except for all the new gun owners?
Oh man, no. It's madness out there. The world's going crazy. We're not even hearing too much of anything else. It's all riot related right now.
It is. Tons of brand new gun owners.
New gun owners with no training.
So yeah. So is this like people who are anti-gun, you think, that never, or just people that have just never bought a gun before?
A lot of people said, man, I was totally against all y'all having all these guns. It was just uncalled for, unnecessary. Now I see.
Now you see.
Well,
if there's ever a reason for the Second Amendment, if they ever try to take, well, they're always trying to take away, if this dies down or settles down a little bit and they start coming at us after our Second Amendment or coming after us wanting to take away our AR-15s or our 30-round mags, look at last week. That we just got to refer to last week. That's why you need them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to get into all this crap, but some of it relates to firearms. I mean, you had the rooftop with the Koreans.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rooftop Koreans are back, man. Dusted off their Daewoo's and headed up, man.
Well, next it'll be aliens. We'll have aliens show up.
Probably. But I mean, people needed their firearms. I mean, look at up in Coeur d'Alene, up just north of us.
That was crazy.
Those people, they found out, they heard rumor that Antifa was coming in a bunch of white vans.
Right.
They had left Spokane, left Seattle, whatever. They were headed over to Coeur d'Alene. They had like 500 or 600 people. I think. What is that? The number you heard?
I don't remember.
What are you talking about?
They
locals.
showed up.
They showed up.
Hundreds.
They showed up with firearms. They just hung around.
They're just walking around town. Standing on the sidewalk.
Yeah, talking to law enforcement. And just,
hey, what's up?
Just chilling. And the van showed up. And I always wondered if they actually talked to him. Guess they went up and had a little conversation with Antifa. And Antifa closed the doors and fired up their vans and drove off, never to be seen again over there.
Gonna get your ass killed.
Yeah. So that right there,
through your little protest sign.
You have those firearms and you can defend yourself. That's what they're there for, right?
Saw it happen in Washington.
Yeah.
I don't remember what suburb it was, but
that's Snohomish.
Okay, I hate that.
Snohomish County or Snohomish. But yeah, I mean the same thing happened.
Yeah. They headed up to the suburbs, and they went through filming it, and had all these people standing out there. It wasn't that many, 3 or 4 with ARs, and they turned around, and kept on going.
Well, it doesn't take. I mean, really, that many do the job.
Well, who wants to be the first one? That's the trick. Who wants to be the one to take that hit? Because it might not be. I can't get all of you, but who wants to be the first one? Nobody wants it. So they all turned around and left. And same thing. I wish I knew how many it was. I think I recall 400, but I heard hundreds. But I would have liked to have been there. Oh
yeah, that would have been a great. I mean, just you had people that were ready to defend their town, defend their businesses. I mean, that was
we just flat not having it.
That's what you need to do.
Yeah, Antifa, Black Lives Matter, both funded by Soros. We're not having it. You're not coming.
I mean, this is why the Second Amendment is so important.
It is. And a lot of people did not understand that. It's like, no, we're not. Second Amendment people don't want to cause trouble. We don't want to cause trouble. We want to be left alone. If Second Amendment people wanted to cause trouble, believe me, you would know it. Believe me, you would know it, because there are a lot of guns in this country, a lot of ammo, and a lot of gun owners. If they ever were a problem, it would be absolute chaos and madness. No, we're peace-loving people. We just want to be left alone, and we want to make sure you're going to leave us alone.
Right.
And if you don't leave us alone, we're going to make you leave us alone.
So that was like...
That's who we are.
That was like, people organized, so that wasn't necessarily like... that was a modern-day militia is what that was.
Yeah.
It wasn't, and when... I hate that term militia. I really do to a certain extent, because what do you think of when you think of militia? When I hear the word militia, I think of a bunch of yahoos running around in the forest.
I forgot what we called them.
But you know what?
LARPers, tactical LARPers.
Yeah, tactical LARPers. That's not a militia. This is the militia.
This is the real
People going to their gun safes,
every
homeowners,
able-bodied person.
getting a firearm out, showing up to defend others, defend their town, defend their fellow neighbors, defend their business owners in that town. That was a militia right there. That is
the real militia. Yeah.
That was a beautiful thing that happened.
And you don't want to jinx it, but that was the end of it.
It was.
That was the end of it. Show up here, we're not having it.
In fact,
Go away.
I keep trying to look for new pictures. There are no new pictures because it lasted one night.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
Well, they had the protest. I think it was in Boise, right?
Yeah.
And that's fine. It's just,
You can have your peaceful protest.
That's constitutional. You go on all day. Peaceful protest. You start trying to break something down, tear something up, burn something. No, not having it.
Right.
And they were letting them know. A lot more people getting more fed up. You saw here we go. We're starting to get off.
Well, just
saw
keep
the guys in Fishtown.
Keep it to guns. Keep it to guns if you can, but go for it.
They didn't have guns. They had baseball bats.
Hey, they outlaw guns. You got baseball bats.
Yeah. See, now, what kind of movement are we going to have out of these big cities where they're seeing, hey, man, this ain't very safe here, and they don't have guns, and they're wanting to get rid of the police department and not beef up the sheriff's department to cover the slack.
Right.
Ooh, chaos. Man.
You're going to have to. Then that's when you need that firearm to be able to protect yourself. That's
you should have it anyway. You should have it anyway.
Should.
Police, I don't care how good they are. I don't care if they're how great they are and how great their intentions. I don't care. They not hanging by your hip. A firearm is.
I was really, and I don't know if you listened.
It's right there.
You listened to the radio show. Did you on Friday? Did you catch the whole thing?
I didn't catch all of it.
Okay. Did you catch it when the sheriff's, I believe, he said he worked for the sheriff's department. I'm assuming it was a deputy. I didn't recognize the voice. I have no idea who. Actually, you know what? I don't think he called in. No, he messaged in. So I don't know who it was.
Okay.
He didn't leave his name.
Bill read it.
Do you remember what it said?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, this is what I was kind of when he said, "Oh, this comes from one of the sheriff's deputies," and I was like, "Oh, great, here we go." What did I say to piss him off? Because that's just kind of what I do, I'm not anti-law enforcement, but I'm not all pro blue line crap either. But I said, hey, everyone needs a firearm. We are the first responders. Usually when I say we are the first responders and I say law enforcement is a second responder, people get all freaking bent out of shape.
Sorry, it's true. Your first aid.
Law enforcement, though, they get bent out of shape when I say that. They do. But this guy messaged in. I didn't mean to cut you off, dude.
No, go ahead.
This guy messaged in and he goes, Todd's right. And I was like, whoa. No one tells me that. He said, Todd's right. We live in Twin Falls County. You are the first responders. Yeah. Law enforcement, the sheriff's department will show up, but we're probably going to be 15, 20 minutes out, depending on where you live, to be honest with you.
You're your first responder if a fire breaks out in your house. The fire department will show up and bring the big guns.
Yeah.
You're your first aid. The ambulance will show up later as fast as they can, I'm sure.
Oh, but
you're the man on the scene for everything.
Yep. And like this guy said, he's like law enforcement. He goes, honest. He goes, us. He goes, we're the second responders. And 99.9% of the time,
it's over.
We show up to clean up the mess.
It's over.
It's over when we get there.
Yeah.
And
take statements. And
I was like, I was just like, whoa.
That's just a fact.
What's your name, buddy? Because we need to shake your hand.
His name.
No, he did not. He did not.
That's not a slam, though. If people take that as an insult, that's not an insult. That's
it's the truth.
Reality.
Yeah.
Let's face facts. And we're not in a high crime area, so it's everybody has different relationships. Here I go. I'm going.
No, go for it.
Well, I'm just saying, they got people that's wanting to eliminate their police departments and not beef up sheriff's departments, which are the constitutional law enforcement. Mm-hmm. And you can't have that in high crime areas. You're going to be run by gangs. Anyway, I started drifting and was
no, you're fine.
Going to head down there, and I snatched myself back anyway.
You caught yourself. It's hard. It's hard to keep from wandering there because that's what we're just getting at from every.
That's all that's
around every corner.
And
that's
it
what's
does
placed in front of us.
It's fatiguing when you keep watching it go on. And I understand people don't want to hear it. They want a diversion from it. So
So we'll talk about this.
Okay.
So law enforcement. This isn't a dig on law enforcement. I used to always say. Essentially, they're just badged historians that show up to draw the chalk outlines and do the paperwork. That's because it's already happened by the time they get there. And it is it's been proven in the Supreme Court, even that says to serve and protect on their cars, they have no right to protect us. Duty, excuse me.
Right.
They have no duty to protect us. They do not have to protect us.
And they can't. They can't be held responsible for that, because if they could be sued for everything.
Right.
And I don't want you. If you're that close to me, you're in my house.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing in my house? Get out of the icebox. I'll take care of it. Hopefully, if I don't, you can't cover everything. I'll call you if I need help. If I don't, I'll handle it myself.
Call me. I'll be there for you.
All right.
I'm there for you, buddy.
Oh, man, your truck's too slow.
I'll take my
Your truck's made for rock crawling.
I'm coming. You tried to call me to tell me. You tried to call me.
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you. I got to pull over. It's 2:00 in the morning. Just look for the muzzle flash. I'm sorry.
Now, if I'm up a pile of rocks, you're the man I'm calling.
Okay, there you go. I probably
you'll get up there.
I don't want to dent it.
Don't want to dent what? Your truck?
My truck. Oh,
well, it was the thought that counts.
There you go. But it's if there's still people, and I know there is, but the people that are out there right now that still think that there's no reason to own a firearm after everything has happened in the last couple of weeks.
There's no help for those people.
There's no help for them. It's a mental illness at this point.
They're a victim waiting to happen.
It is absolutely. Why would you even think that? Why would you say that? Are you blind? I mean, do you just shoot me now, kill me now?
Yeah.
Just you want to tell them just go out, take your chances, and I guess they're down there bowing down. Whatever, we won't. But I mean, it's
bow down.
It's just insane thinking to me how someone could think that is.
I don't know. I'd like to hear about bow and arrow guy in Salt Lake City. I bet he's got a firearm in his car now.
Oh yeah. I bet he does.
I bet he don't have that no more.
Yeah. So
But you should have them. Everybody should have them, and you should have them in your vehicles. And if your state government is telling you can't have it,
you should want it even more.
Yeah, especially when they tell you don't need it. You know you need it, and what are they going to do? They can't be there. They just can't. And when real serious problems take place, no substitute. 30-round mag, no substitute. You've got to have the high rounds.
Well, and what's beautiful is with these different rights and stuff that are going on, and you have places like these towns we mentioned in Idaho, where the citizens show up with their rifles, with their AR-15s and their handguns and whatnot. They're standing shoulder to shoulder with police departments and sheriff's departments and deputies that are slung up and ready to go in the same. And it's fantastic to see in my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. You got people side by side. Guarantee you, the civilians probably might have a lot bit more training than law enforcement. I got to get my little dig in there. Yeah, I got to get my dig in. But I mean,
you know what's beautiful about it? With all those guns, how many people got hurt?
Zero.
What happened to the cities with no guns?
People got hurt.
Oh,
birding.
Shit. That don't make sense.
Yeah.
That don't add up. What's up with that?
I know. It doesn't fit the narrative.
Yeah, okay. More guns is less crime.
Yep. Those people, the bad people they turned around and left. They don't want that.
Don't come here. You can go burn Seattle to the ground. Don't come
Yeah, no one will stop you in Seattle. Hell. No one can afford you. They tried to tax ammo and stuff.
Yeah, you can go set your hippie on fire if you want.
But go up all that grease.
I got a picture of walking up behind, lighting a dreadlock on fire. just watching him take off. But anyway,
Mother Earth.
global warming.
No, we're not encouraging
Yeah,
that.
don't burn hippies. We do not endorse the burning of hippies.
So if there were guns available right now,
But if you do videotape it,
send it to us. We want to check it out. We got to be careful what we ask for.
Yeah,
A while
yeah.
back, we asked for someone to send me a picture
yeah,
of their who was it? You or was it Mark?
I don't remember.
Or was Dean behind it? Anyhow, I was having lots of people send me pictures of their package.
Yeah,
Remember that?
that sounds like a dean.
Yeah. Anyhow, thanks for all. That was a few months ago, but thanks for all those text message pictures. But if guns were, oh man, my eyes are itching. My allergies are eating me alive today.
Okay.
If guns were available right now, there wasn't any problem getting it, and you had a little extra cash, what would you buy right now? Do you have any guns that you got your eye on? Something you'd like to buy?
None.
Come on now.
I actually went and looked at another AR.
See?
And I was thinking about getting it. But I'm pretty okay. I would like it, but if I get another one, I want to get another 3,000 rounds. I want to have enough ammo to back it up.
Gotcha.
And I'm pretty okay anyway.
Pretty okay.
Yeah, it was heavy. It was too heavy. I liked it, but it was heavy.
Was it an AR or was it
an
like
AR-10.
Okay, so it's set up more for like long distance type shooting, a big long heavy barrel on it, or what?
Yeah, I didn't even ask. I put that down. Ooh, that looks pretty. And I put it in my hands, and it's barrel heavy. I'm like, good grief, because I got an AR-10 pistol.
Yeah.
So it's a lot shorter, a lot lighter. I'm like, stick with it.
I'm thinking, and I'm not going to say if you asked me the same question, I'm not going to give you anything super exciting right now.
Right.
But I had my 6-year-old son go out. We went out during the week, and we took out his little 22 Cricket. I thought, damn, Cricket is a blast. A little 22 long rifle, little short barrel, little peep sights. Absolute blast to shoot. Took it out, and he had fun. He put like 25 rounds through, which isn't very much, but he was on top of the world, man. And, I don't have any. That's my 22. That's all I got for my 22. And I'm thinking I need a nicer 22 rifle.
Thinking 10-22 or something different?
I don't know.
It's the basic, man. It's the standard. You gotta.
I'm actually thinking it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun because on my range I got out to like 75 feet.
Right.
I think it'd be fun to get like one of those like Target 22 rifles.
Man, you can spend some money on those.
I know, but just sit there. I think it'd be fun to sit there up in my building and just plink little things. Have just dial that sucker in. Maybe have a little competition with my 14-year-old son. You know what I'm saying? And just dial it in and see you can take the heads off of freaking matches or something.
So you're gonna get a $3,000
No,
competition
I'm not,
22.
No.
Come on, son, get your Cricket. Let's see how good you are.
Hold steady.
Yeah, I don't think that's fair, man.
No, I'm not going to get a $3,000 one. They make some basic, not basic, but they make some Target styles aren't $3,000.
You can do pretty much anything with a 22. You can go from real cheap to outrageous.
A buddy of mine, and this is the kind of gun I need, because a buddy of mine says that I think he went and bought one. It's, Levi, he listens to the show. He graduated from the same high school that I did, a year ahead of me. He started getting into some long range stuff, but it was long range with a 22 rifle.
That's crazy.
And
what do you call in long range?
I don't even know. I don't even remember what he said. It's not like super long range,
right?
But he would get the best, match grade 22 long rifle ammo. And what I liked about it, and what he said,
crazy. They even make match grade 22.
Yeah. What he thought was great is the old timers were telling him there, you shoot your rifle, you don't clean your rifle. Because
you don't clean the 22?
No, you don't, because you'll actually take the accuracy out of it. Because I don't know if it's got to like lead the barrel up or what it does.
That is crazy.
But once you get that figured out and you shoot it a little bit and get it, the deposits or get it dirty, you dial the gun in for the way you've the way
So
it
you've been
is.
training for years.
I've been training for years and I didn't even know it. I think it's
That's
fantastic.
what's wrong. I cleaned my gun. I messed it up.
I know. That's what I'm gonna start doing with my deer rifle now. But no, it's I don't know. That seems fascinating to me.
Yeah, that's a new one to me.
Yeah, I just heard
Because
about
22
this 2
ammo
weeks ago.
is filthy.
Oh, it is.
I mean, but if it's a competition, it's what is bolt action you got going on there.
Yeah,
I've had the 1022s where they fire back and get stuck,
Yeah.
catch because
I don't think
just so nasty.
Yeah, this doesn't happen with these. It's crazy.
Well, when you getting match grade 22 ammo, I'm like, all right, what kind of ammo is this? Is it clean ammo? What's going on with it?
I don't know.
When I was a kid, you just went and bought what you could buy, and when you felt special, you got the CCI.
Oh yes, the CCI mini mags. Yeah,
And you was like, I got the real deal now.
I'm gonna take out that crocodile, alligator, take out that gator. Why the hell are my dogs howling?
I don't know. You
Maybe
know
they-
there's an asteroid passing there.
Maybe they know something we don't. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Hey, did you know you can reload 22 ammo?
No.
Yeah. Remember when 22 ammo was really hard to find?
Right.
There was a guy selling kits, and you could actually like shoot 50 brown box of ammo, and he has a little hand press. You came with a little tiny 22 mold.
Okay.
You could melt down. People were melting down like fishing weights for the bullets, and you could sit there and reload this little hand thing in your living room while you're watching TV. But inside the primer, it doesn't have a primer, it has priming compound.
Right.
Okay. And they
Is that how that works? I never knew that.
Yeah. So it's rim fire.
Right.
We've been nerding out on this stuff. So center fire, like a 9mm, that kind of stuff. So that's an actual primer cup with primer in it. Okay. This is rim fire. So it's a priming compound, like a paste. And he gave you...
I never knew what was in those
Yeah, he
things.
gave you instructions, and this is the scary part. He gave you instructions on how to make the priming in like a bowl.
Oh, shit.
And you'd sit there and stir it up. He wanted to be real careful with it, he said.
Yeah, I
But
think
then
so.
you could put some of it in the bottom of the 22. Yeah, and you could add like just a little bit of powder, and then you could use a little hand press and press the bullet into place, and guys would shoot 50 rounds. This is back when you couldn't get 22 ammo.
Right.
They would shoot 50 and they'd make another 50 or 100 while they're watching TV. And they'd have another 50 or 100 rounds to blink the next day.
That is crazy.
Yeah. I almost bought it. He sold it in a little kit, and I almost bought it just to see. With my luck, I'd blow my refrigerator up.
Or your lap up.
Hey, I'd be like making
Stir
that.
up.
I'd be making that. I'd be like, I'm done. I'm putting in the fridge. Somebody would be over there eating cookie dough. You know, I'm.
Wow, I wonder how many times you can fire that, because it'll mark it up, crimp it a little bit.
Yeah,
Leave
yeah.
a little-
That's the case.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, but you could do it. I think he said you had to. It was like a liquid, and you had to just like drip it in there, and then kind of like let it sit there and like set up,
Right.
and then you could put everything else in there. But you can. People look at me like I'm nuts when I say you can reload. So you're gonna learn all kinds of stuff. Did you know
No.
that I powder coat my lead cast bullets?
Right.
They have a machine. I forget what it's called. I don't know if it's called a like a swage. But they have a machine, and it's a lot of freaking money, which I almost bought because I was curious. You can build your own if you're really good, but I'm not that good. You can pour your lead bullets, and you can stick them in this press. And I think it was like, what was it like? I think, and if it was 9mm, you had to use 40 brass. But you can take your empty 40 cases and put them in this press, and you can press the 9mm rounds up into it. And it plates them. So like when you buy, how you got a copper colored bullet.
Right.
You were plating.
Jacketing.
You were jacketing these freaking lead cast bullets that you made with like an empty case. Jacket them. People do it all the time.
Now, how much does one of those cost?
Like, I don't know. It wasn't. I mean, it was like maybe $1,000, $800, something like that. But if you got everything set up, most people that reload have a special room set up, and that's all they do in there, and they'll have multiple presses. And
That's what always killed me about reloading. It's like, they'll have a couple $1,000s of press. They'll have $5,000 worth of stuff in there, and then they'll buy all the powder and stuff. I'm like, you know how much ammo I can buy?
Well, you do it because you like it. I mean,
Okay.
it's before you leave, I'll show you exactly how we reload this. I'll reload a bullet for you. I'll let you reload a freaking bullet.
I've seen you do it.
Take about 2 seconds. Did you see me actually reload one?
Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't think so. I'll show you. It's cakewalk, but I don't know.
As long as you got a hammer, we can make it happen.
A hammer?
A hammer and a pair of vice grips fix anything, man.
Oh, hammers don't do good around reloading
Hold
supplies.
that thing.
Oh, bam! You hold this. I'm going to test this out.
That's when you need a rubber hammer. Then.
Exactly. But anything else you want to add today? I kind of enjoyed today's podcast. Talk about gun stuff again, man. It's just good, right?
It helps get your mind off the madness.
Yeah, it was kind of good.
And
Just
steadily watching all this stuff take place and trying to gameplay it and see what's next. And it's like,
you're not putting together you're packing your kit or anything, are you? At home watching the news, getting your kit together. Okay, put this here. I need a plane ticket now.
I was putting it together, and then I saw the Antifa show up in Coeur d'Alene, and I was like, all right, I'm okay.
You're out of here. You're headed to City Park, weren't you?
No, I heard they had a little
vigil. They called it.
That's fine. That's fine.
Vigil.
You want to do that? Let's go
vigil all you want.
Go let your voice be heard or whatever, but don't start tearing shit up. I was curious to see if something like that came here, how our law enforcement and city officials would respond.
Well, it didn't make it here, but I know what you're getting
Not
at, though. I'd be curious too.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, but I'd rather not have to go through that to see it, but
We may get to. I think it. Anyhow, we don't get too far now. I think it's here. It just hasn't risen its ugly head all the way. It hasn't boiled over yet here.
There's heavier markets. As we speak right
Yeah.
now, they're supposed to have 1 million people in Washington, D.C., which I doubt 1 million show up. If it does, it's more like a festival right now. I mean, it's daytime and everybody's...
Burning Man.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, they're selling T-shirts and snack vendors and all this stuff. And
People are making money coming out of COVID.
yeah. Well, millions and millions and millions of... there's no such business that isn't endorsing this. There's, they're all donating money. All the celebrities are donating money. There's a lot of money flowing through. There's a lot of money.
Why aren't we up there handing out Patriot Defense stickers?
Now, that ain't going to sell. That ain't going to sell. You got to sell impeach Trump shirts and then donate half of it to the re-elect Trump campaign.
That's why I don't do well in small business.
Okay. Yeah, you got to know your crowd, and there's going to be a lot show up today. Problem is, what's going to happen when the sun goes down? We don't know.
That's when it could get ugly.
Good.
We'll see. One more thing I wanted to add. If you're local and you listen to this will mean something to you. If not, you're going to hear it anyway, right?
Okay.
So what I've decided, and you're going to shake your head when I say this, maybe you're going to be like, it's your business, Todd, do whatever you want. But what I decided to do is there has been I want to stand out from other instructors. I want to put my money where my mouth is. And we always talk about go out and shoot, go out and train, do what you need to do. Don't take your permit class and then never carry your gun every day for the next 2 years, but never go out and shoot it. That's a no-no.
Right.
You need to train. You need to know how it works, right? So I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. And anyone that takes an Idaho Enhanced Concealed Carry Permit class, I am offering them up an hour of free range time. They can just come to my range. I'll be there. They got to sign a waiver. I'll be here to be a safety monitor.
Right.
And they can come and they can shoot. And they can just sit, shoot. And I'm there. I can, if there's something in class that they needed a little help with, I'm here to help them do that. But that's what I'm offering up. Anyone that takes one of my permit classes brings back their certificate of completion to me, so I know that when they've taken it, and present that to me. And you're gonna, we'll arrange a time, and you can come and you can shoot on the range. I'm really interested to see how many people actually take me up on that. People go, well, you're going to be really busy for nothing, Todd. People are going to. I'm curious to see.
Let's see.
I'm curious to see who's actually going to take, because I think that's a decent offer. right? You don't have to go to a gravel pit and shoot. Just come out here and shoot. Yes, no?
Yeah.
You're like, no comment.
I can see the scheming.
There's scheming. It's a business, right?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking me as a customer.
Oh, you're gonna oh shit, you're gonna scheme me.
Yeah, I'm looking at the angles of it. I'm like,
Nah. I've got it all worked out.
No. I think it's good. What frustrates me is there's still people sitting there saying, maybe I should. Oh, for God's sakes, man, what does it take?
Just do it.
Do it. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Because once you need it, and you don't have it,
it's too late.
It's too damn late.
Yeah.
And you ain't getting none of mine.
Yeah.
You're in trouble. So get it, get some training, get a private class.
Yeah.
Do that. Trust me. And that's what I was thinking. Hey, you're over here. Let me ask you a question.
I don't mind helping people.
Yeah, I know, but I'd push the limits.
No, you know you did. You're a friend. It's good, man. We're cool.
No. I'm just game playing it. Anyway.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Get you a private class too. And do that. And stop. Oh God, people, what are you waiting on? I still know people that are going back and forth. Well, maybe not. Maybe. Oh, it's going to be too late.
It is. And know your instructor. Do some research on your instructor. Make sure that they know what they're doing. Make sure they've been doing this a while and you get good feedback from other people on them. Another good thing to make sure is make sure your instructor has insurance.
Okay.
I mean, just because it's good, it could be good for you if something happens. We hope it never does, but insurance is not a bad thing, right? Make sure they have insurance. Make sure they maybe have some kind of certification, or so be it. And make sure that if you sign up for a class with them, and I don't know if I've told you this story or not, make sure if you sign up with a class for them and there's a classroom portion involved and there is a range portion, that when it comes time to do the range portion, that they have a range to shoot on. That you're not going to show up and you're not going to tell you to pack up and leave.
And beware of people with egos because they're trying to impress you.
Yes.
And I don't want to be impressed. I want you to help me. I want help. I want to stand around talking about how great you are.
You saying I don't impress you?
Huh?
Are you saying I don't impress you? I'm giving you hell, dude.
I was trying to think of something quick. I'm like, what's not too insulting but smart ass? I can't think of it.
You can insult me. Hell, I got 3 daughters and a wife, man. It's all good. So yeah, just know who your instructor is. So if you like the show, if you enjoy the show, I appreciate the text messages I get from new listeners. I really, I carry on conversations for days at a time with some of them. I have no problem. Some of them text me every single day. You can do that. You can call me. You can text me. Area code 620-794-6223. It's area code 620-794-6223. You can find me on Facebook under at Patriot Defense. Like the page. And just give us any feedback, good, bad, ugly, shut the hell up, whatever you want to. Just tell us something.
You're wrong about everything.
We like stories. Tell me how much you like Tarver. I get that a lot. So until then, I think we should have one next week. I'm going to go to
bring back the Cajun Cowboy. Get my name.
Cajun Cowboy.
Get rid of the Tarver. I won't put my name on it.
Okay. Cajun Cowboy. So, okay, we'll see you guys next week. Until then, take care.